As tensions escalate in the Taiwan Strait, the security of Taiwan depends not only on defensive measures, but also on international communication and public diplomacy. International media narratives not only shape global perceptions and geopolitical imaginaries, but they also have very real consequences for policy construction and voting behavior in domestic contexts. Therefore, international news stories are important instruments for nation branding and public diplomacy. Taiwan has not been a priority in the international newsroom. Mentioned periodically by foreign media, Taiwan is usually either portrayed as a problem to be solved or a victim of China's threat. The story is rarely about Taiwan itself, and its visibility is highly relational, whether tied to China, US-China tensions, or cross-strait relations. More specifically, Jonathan Sullivan and Don Lee published an article in 2018 to offer a systematic analysis of how English-speaking media have portrayed Taiwan from 1996 to 2016. In their research, Taiwan headlined in more than 18,000 articles in the past 2 decades in 65 major English newspapers. On average, Taiwan has generated 900 articles per year. Foreign media's interest in Taiwan increased significantly during the presidential elections and especially in 2000 when DPP became the ruling party for the very first time. Yet the attention declined, especially during the Ma administration. This is because under Ma's administration, the cross-strait conflicts decreased and thus inspired fewer stories that tended to portray Taiwan as a site and a source of tension. Sullivan and Lee found that Taiwan is frequently framed through repetitive yet selective terms such as US, China, one China, status quo, tension, independence, trade, election, democracy, cross-strait relations, and unifications. The repetition of such terms explains why foreign coverage of Taiwan is often one-dimensional and full of familiar tropes. This probably also explains why The Economist would publish an article in May 2021 to call Taiwan the most dangerous place on earth. Reading closely, the real emphasis of the article is about the clash between US and China. It's about China's potential military offense toward Taiwan and the American potential actions in defending Taiwan. Throughout the article, Taiwan is voiceless and marginalized. There was no new or sufficient evidence provided in the article to justify why Taiwan is the most dangerous place, and if this danger is caused by foreign forces or self-inflicted. This kind of storytelling fits into sensationalism and fear-mongering and reduces Taiwan once again into a one-dimensional entity. Seeing this problem, the Taiwanese government has undertaken several initiatives to brand Taiwan in the international media arena. In May 2021, a brand new English-speaking platform, Taiwan Plus, was established in Taiwan to target international audience. This innovative platform was intended to enhance Taiwan's place in the global communication network, increases its international visibility, cultivate a distinct Taiwanese perspective in storytelling, and discover and encourage local talents to actively participate in international media production. In the meantime, global social media influencers with huge following were invited to Taiwan to spend a night in the presidential office. Through their Instagram posts and stories, as well as YouTube videos, Taiwan has been elevated to a cool, young, and friendly place that welcomes international visitors. And that's exactly what we call strategic messaging to nation branding. Close to the end of today's lecture, I hope you learned some useful concepts regarding international communication in the context of East Asia. I hope you find nation branding, soft power, and sharp power useful framework to understand the cultural practices in our contemporary society. Thank you so much for your attention and have a great day. Thank you.